Yes, without asking myself, are you a true healer? I feel excited to cleanse myself and learn this. I thought I did more of it. Thanks, John. Thanks for your comment, my friend. I love all your comments, guys. You guys are a good support team for me. I do love that. I hope this is, and I will, this herb Robert, I have it here. I'll look it up and get back with you on another video. Sounds great to me. If it's an anti-cancer, tumor, oxygenator, energy giver, yeah, we'll see. Part of the geranium, yeah. I mean, we'll look at that. Take a look at that, Owen. We'll see, man. Good, looks good. I mean, I vaguely heard it, but I've just never, it's never been a predominant herb. It's just like, yeah, kind of, but kind of not, you know. It's funny how when you get so busy and you're locked in a certain way, it's just, you know, I used to just have so many stacks on my desk here of stuff. Now it's kind of down where you can't see them, but they're stacks, and the girls come in every once in a while and just clean my desk off, and it's like, well, wait a minute. But, you know, truthfully, I never get to it, and I'll get stacks of it, and it's just one thing. It's like someone asked about it, talked about they have a nature path as a friend, and they just push supplements. Nature paths, please drop supplements. That's not being a true nature path. Study naturopathy. You were taught naturopathic medicine. Oxymoron. You know, let medical doctors prescribe vitamins and minerals and pharmaceuticals and stuff like that, or let a homeopath do it. But true naturopathy, this is what we're learning, is true naturopathy at its finest, in my opinion. When you add the herbs into true naturopathy in the way we have, it becomes true naturopathy. I want to feel like I took naturopathy and made it true naturopathy with that twist in the way we use herbs as specialized herbs for specialized cells. And this pushing of supplements, it's very costly. And if you're going to spend the money in these hard times, make sure it's going right to the area you need it. Not loose nutrition. You can get that just juicing any wheatgrass or parsley or dandelion or alfalfa. I mean, there's plenty of nutrition out there. Most of you guys are getting more nutrition than most animals. Take a look at most animals. They don't overeat nutrition. I mean, look at a horse. He'll eat grass all day long. Where's he get all his nutrition? The grass. I mean, it's like we humans think more's better, and it isn't the case. It's about the four things, remember? Digestion, absorption, utilization. Don't forget that one. More naturopaths need to learn utilization, and then it's about elimination, both digestively and cellularly. It's those four things that are essential. And that's where we're all having problems, in these four areas. Plenty of people don't digest their foods well. Tons of people don't absorb their nutrition well. Almost everybody does not utilize their nutrition well because of the adrenal glands. And then most everybody does not eliminate at least cellular waste, and half the people don't eliminate digestive waste well. So there's where the problem is. Fix those things and you're off like a rocket ship into space. Yeah, you know, all this money on these going to Mars and stuff, it's like, just practice out-of-body experiences, man. It's cheap, free, it's easy to go. Yeah, you can view them another way. Jackie Doe. Thanks. You know, I do. I love all you guys. Thank you so much. I feel the same way about all you guys. I feel we're becoming a good bonded team, and we're all going to work together, and everybody's going to get their health back, and then we're also going to be traveling the stars, if you will. I love that one. Yeah, that's where it's at. I mean, you know, the body's the body, okay? I mean, there's so many fundamental laws of nature. It's real simple. It's all real simple. The real gig, as someone said here, is outside of this world. The real gig is all the levels of heaven, all the worlds. I mean, that's where the fun is. I mean, yeah, we get our bodies healthy, okay. You know, boring planet. Get that done, yes. Exciting, yes, because that leads you to the doors to the heavens. And that's the journey beyond belief, is the inner journey. I say inner, but the journey into the heavens. That's where it's all. That's it. You know. Star Child, love you, dear one. Skin therapist. Listen, this is interesting. You can help this surgeon out. Surgeon, is it? This is real easy. I love the letter you sent me from from her. From my opinion, Matt's opinion, two dermatologists' opinion, and my family's genes, it's scalp psoriasis. Okay. So poor thing had to have steroids shot in her scalp. I wonder what she felt as a surgeon like that. You know, she's not moving her lymph, and the serious problem with this is in her scalp, meaning that her whole brain head area she's got some stagnant lymph problems in that area. Remember, the skin is the body's third kidney, and she's overbearing in her lymph. It's not draining down to her kidneys like it should, so it's having to find the door, and that seems to be the weakened area of genetics that is the door. And she's got to move her lymph. She's got kidney and adrenal. She needs to hit this, get this out of her, because this is, honey, where'd I park the car syndrome as she gets older. This is brain cancers or Alzheimer's or some type of dementia. I mean, you've got to get this scalp psoriasis out. It's like, okay, someone called it psoriasis. Okay, what do you do about it? We treat it. We kill it. It's acidosis in the subcutaneous tissue sitting there chewing on her. So really got it real important to help her get this out of there. She needs to learn deep detoxification and learn about her kidneys, learn about her adrenal glands and that connection. And you'll get her all cleaned around. This is more than about, she's looking for a nutritive or nutritional remedy, but this is more than nutritional remedy. This is the lymph system. This is 3/4 of interstitial fluids. This is a serious lymph drainage problem out of the cerebral areas of the head, not just the scalp. This is about the drainage of the head lymphatically. She's going to start having pressure and vertigo and equilibrium problems. I mean, you're going to see that pressure build in her head as she gets older if she's not careful. So really want to help her there, Star Child, and get her moving her lymph. That or view these videos maybe or something so you can learn about the lymph system so you can take care of this. So we need some good surgeons out there. And she doesn't have to suffer so long, you know. I don't care where the psoriasis is. I don't care what skin affliction it is. It's an internal problem. It is. Wish it was just on the skin. This is an internal problem, and she needs to handle this because it's a reflection of the head area, and I bet you're going to find some colon issues in her. Get a picture of her eyes, and you're probably going to find some transverse bowel issues in this person. And so, yeah, you really want to work on this case. I'll have Jennifer call you here. I just noticed you get a phone number or something, so I'll have her. I'll have Jennifer talk to you about this. But you want to fix her right up. Show that surgeon the other side of life, right? Oh, let me see here. Teresa, one easy flow, huh? I like that, sweetheart. This must be a good friend of mine. It's the only one that's going to answer in that way. Well, you got a good story to tell, you know, even though you're a little denial there, but, you know, this girl had a tumor wrapped around her aorta. She did some radiation or chemo. It reduced it a little bit, but what you don't realize, sweetheart, is the residual kick, and you worked for me for a lot of years. These medical doctors damaged your throat and stuff, and but you got it out. You named your daughter after Arnold Ehret. I mean, let's be real. You know what raw foods do, sweetheart, and thanks to you, I've got that roundworm. Wish it was still alive, but you hit it hard, sweetheart, and keep going there. You're just such a beautiful soul. I can't say enough about you, sweetheart. But you've got your cancer out of you years and years ago. But keep up the good work, you know. Brass balls, huh? I'd like to think that, but you know. It's just an interesting world we live in, Master Jack. Oh, okay, here's a lovely one. Wonder Wise. Let's see here. You know, you posed a good question. Why do we crave certain colors? You know, it's amazing. I know orange is the causal world. That's the more mathematical issues of the universe. That's where you see everything develop into duality. That's where one as consciousness or as the universal mind, so to speak, that's where the formless then take shape. After the causal world, you lose your physical shape. It's a causal world is where your bodies are formed. That's where the Akashic records are. This is where you can go and look at all your past experiences, whatever you want to call them. You can see these things. And for those who don't believe it, okay, I understand that. But if I could take you to these places, you would find something quite different. But this is the Akashic records. Many of you have heard of those. This is your whole life experiences, so it's interesting. You know, they say just before you die, your whole life flashes in front of you. How many lifetimes flash in front of you? So this is a pretty cool thing. Do you ever get a chance? What was that video by had David Carradine in it? Bruce Lee wrote it. What did I say that the other day? I'm trying to remember that. It'll come to me here in a minute, but that was a good one. And someone mentioned they found the One Giant Leap. I love that. Let me know what you think about that music. I just love that. I thought that was done well, very well. It's another, I don't know why the craving of the colors, other than it relates to your spirituality, your spiritual growth. Maybe you're working at some level now, at some level, as you're growing. Also, it probably relates to different tissues in the body, different places in the body. I know the solar plexus here is the orange. Remember that lady? She was in her 70s or 80s, all wrinkled up. She had a spiritual guide or an angel light come to her and told her to start thinking of the color orange, start breathing the color orange, and start encasing herself in the color orange. She wrote a book a few years later, but she was traveling around in the 70s. She looked like she was 35 years old, and it was the orange light that was taking her back. Well, that's where your phantom limbs, that's where the Akashic body is, that's where the blueprint, if you will, of your body is. So understanding, I don't want to get too weird for you, but by getting your vibration up, you're pulling yourself up into these higher heavens, realistically, and this is where you begin to see the regeneration. Truly amazing. And I just think you can also see that lady with the back that has the rods. I think that she's got to stop deteriorating and start fixing the causative problems. Move those limbs. Because a lot of that could be from the continuing loss of function or atrophy and decay of the human body because you haven't fixed it. Now you're on the road to fixing it. You're learning that. Hit up your parathyroid and you'll be good. But I don't know other than those things about the colors. Another good one here is about hearing impairment, regeneration, etc., etc. This is the inherent memory loss called hammock because of how the middle frequencies keep lowering as I'm getting older. Well, when you see things like that, suggestive, even though there's a genetic weakness, the thing that's perpetuating that genetic weakness, or acidosis, is continuing to get, if something continues to get weaker, that means it wasn't genetically weak in the first place. It means that maybe had a weakness there, but not to the level that you're experiencing. When things get worse, that means that, as I said before, there's only two sides of chemistry. Pick one. Obviously, the acid side is continuing to make you decay and go down. So, submit to you, genetics is probably your compromised ability to move lymph. Candle your ears, about 3 per ear. Get all that cleaned up. Fix up your transverse bowel. I would also do upper circulation and brain and nerve. Always use those two when you're thinking it's a neurological decay.